Hi everybody. Okay, so I can give you the full result today because this trial was unlike any other I've seen, I think, ever. But it was a bench trial, which means there was no jury involved. It was just the judge making the decision, which could or could not be a good factor depending on the circumstances. Now, usually a person can decide on a bench trial or kind of advocate for a bench trial if they think they don't have enough evidence for a jury to convict them. Okay? But also, if you do a bench trial, that means everything's going to be swift. The verdict is going to be today or whatever day. And the sentencing is probably going to be the same day. So you get everything right now. Okay? And that's what happened here. The trial itself lasted 4 days, but technically there was 3 days of evidence and 1 day or a couple hours, honestly, for the verdict and the sentencing. So it was pretty swift trial. Now my opinion was pretty firm in the beginning, and I told you guys it probably wouldn't change, and it hasn't. But I'm happy. Well, I never know the right word to say when it comes to this because it's not really a good ending because somebody had to be unalived for a trial to even happen. And then, even if you put the person away or whatever, it's not really a good conclusion because technically two people lose a family. Two families lose a family member. So you see what I'm saying? There's no good side. But okay, there were 10 counts in the thing. So he was found guilty on all 10 counts, right? So the biggest is apparently the unaliving of Laken Riley. So the maximum was life without the possibility of parole, and that's what he got. And then the judge tacked on a bunch of years for the separate counts, separate kind of indictments for each charge. So whatever they were, it added up to a bunch of years on top of the life without parole thing. So he's gonna be in prison for a good bit. And I don't like to seem biased, but the guy had no emotion whatsoever. I didn't see any emotion during the trial itself, and then definitely today when they had impact statements because this is how it usually goes. Okay, they usually give you a verdict, and then if you're found guilty, let's say you're found guilty, okay, so that means you're going to be sentenced to something. So then they have to do impact statements, and that's where other people can tell the judge or whoever is involved the impact of the loss of that person on their life. And that can be very powerful and sway the jury or the judge very much. So I think that's what happened because they had a bunch of people give impact statements. It took 45 minutes, and after the 45 minutes, the judge came down with the life without parole plus the added years for this and years for that. So yeah, I'd say it was very effective, very very effective. And oh, like I said, when they were giving the impact statements, I only watched two because I didn't know how long it was going to be, and he showed no emotion the whole time. Not a shaking of the head, no head in the hands, no crying, no tears, nothing. Like a stone. His whole face and body was like stone. I can't believe it because I've seen it a few times, but I guess I can't imagine it because my emotions would be all over my face. All right, so there's your conclusion. If you want to know the details of all the other charges that's not the life without parole, you could look it up. I'm sure. Just look up Laken Riley sentencing, and it'll give you all the little things for the years, the amount of years. All right. Bye, guys.